everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Find my controller. Where'd you go? Alright. I wasn't able to play yesterday, or maybe also the day before. Yeah, okay. It's been a couple days. My computer was acting up again. But I got everything running this time, so short of everything crashing all at once, we should be good to go, right? We'll find out, I suppose. We're gonna play some Diddy Kong Country, yes. I mean, yeah. I don't see why it wouldn't be Diddy Kong. Okay. I mean, it's probably for the best anyway. I'd like to hop on for a stream, but it's probably for the best. I needed to finish up planning for a session, D&D session we had yesterday. And then we did the D&D session yesterday, so, you know, it was alright. Action-packed weekend is what I'm saying. You know? I do not know how long I'm going to be playing, but I am going to be playing as though I'm getting 102%, so we're going for all the bonuses and stuff. I don't know. I'll leave it open, and if we'll come back and finish it next time, yeah. So I haven't played this in a little bit. I come back, I play it every few months. But typically it does take me about, I mean, it depends, 5 hours-ish to get 102%. Because I'm very much not a speedrunner, I just like to have fun. And I gotta think we're not gonna be streaming for that long. So, whatever's left will come back next time. You know? Oh, hold on, let me show you something fun. And by fun, I mean mildly entertaining. Hold up. So we got out of that bonus world, we grabbed Rambi again. Yeah? Or wait, no, hold on, we didn't grab it. Hold up. I need more coffee. What I mean to say is, you come out of that bonus world, Rambi's box is back. If you come back this direction. Because the level reloaded back in. So you can actually... Wow. Hold on. I'll show you a better way to do that. There's an easier way to do that. If you contact one Rambi with a second Rambi, he kind of realizes he's in a video game and freaks out and runs away. So that's not great. But... Hold on. Like, antimatter and matter connecting. Rambi comes across his mirror version of himself, and the universe just can't handle it. It's fine. Right. You're not meant to go backwards. Because why would you? So, hold on. There's a safer way to do that. Alright. Get off of Rambi. So now that they're not touching you can have two of them on screen. And I believe he's going to despawn. Maybe, I don't know actually. But you can, if you want to badly enough, you can get two bonuses for that. Right, I'll show you. This sign here will turn into a blue balloon. Green balloon. And you can do that twice. I mean, assuming he's still there, you can actually, okay. The box doesn't despawn, so If you want to go cash in that balloon and then go back and get him again, yeah, it's fine. It's entirely up to you. The reason I say that it doesn't matter is because the beginning of this level you can get as many lives as you want, really. I'll demonstrate that real quick. We're not going to farm for lives, but I'll show you what I mean. It's very straightforward. The thing about this game is once you save and you reload the save file, you automatically have 5 lives, no matter how many you had. So that's kind of rough. Once you beat K. Rool and reload your save file, because there's credits, no matter how many lives you had at the end of the game, you automatically have 5. That's kind of frustrating. But you walk in here, you grab the balloon, and you select your way out of it. And you can just do that over and over and over again until you have as many lives as you want. The counter only goes up to 99, but it'll give you as many as you want, more or less, like that. We're not going to do it anymore, but that's how you do that. I've had hundreds of lives, so yeah. I just got bored and started doing that for a while. Mostly just curious to see how many it would let me have. In case you're not familiar with the game, that's also what the Kong letters do. You get all 4 Kong letters and you get an extra life. There's also those banana coins. Those help you interact with NPCs. So, Wrinkly Kong, you have to pay her to save. Cranky Kong will give you tips about the levels. You need to pay him for that. Swanky has a bonus game where you get extra lives, and that takes money. So yeah, every interaction takes money. We don't need those letters, but I want them. Ah, you wiener. The extra bonus for this one is that where this level lets you out at is actually another secret area. I'm actually not sure if you can get into it otherwise, but you really have no reason to because this is always available. But up here, you see how you might be able to get up here otherwise. I kind of want to find out, but yeah, if you're up here, there's the DK coin, and if you fall down the way loading zones work, you land on that always exactly in time to get that one up. So that's nice. Oh, we're gonna test some stuff. I'm kind of curious about that now. Let's just, hurry through the level this time. So hold on. Okay. Alright, yeah. Alright. I was curious to see if that would work as well. You can team up and throw each other. And you can get to platforms that way. Which makes no sense whatsoever, but you know. I'm in the same way. Hold on. The same way Dixie's whole shtick is she can glide. And the second monkey follows you, so when she's gliding, he's like floating through the air. That makes no sense whatsoever. Like, look at this. Look at him. But you know, happens sometimes. So that's a recover jump actually. You can see you can jump in midair if you're still in a roll. So if you roll off a platform, if you're still rolling, you can jump. So one of those. And it makes it a lot easier to get to certain areas. There's only one place in the entire game that it actually requires that you do that. And that's the very last level. It does help you get to bonuses and secrets and stuff. Whoa. How do you guys feel about bananas? Because I'm a big fan of bananas. Bufanba. God, I'm sorry. That's a fun section there because you get the final letter for the Kong. You get a 1-up balloon, and you also need to get to this bonus before the thing runs out. Not terribly difficult, but it does require that you jump correctly. Which, you know, you would not be the first one to mess up a very simple jump just for no reason. Do it all the time. So let's go see Cranky right now. And Wrinkly. We don't actually need them for anything right now, but the game gives you 1 percentage point of completion for visiting them for the first time, for whatever reason. It's really weird. And I know that just because the first time I played through this game, 102%, I was at 101%. And I could not figure out what I was missing. And yeah, I hadn't gone into Wrinkly's place. And that was it. It's a little frustrating, but we got there. I say this all the time as well. Always be careful with Unguard's hitbox here. Because his attack, little hitbox, the hitbox that he damages enemies with, is much smaller than his own hitbox. So if an enemy's in front of him, he'll automatically stab at it. The thing is though, he will frequently miss with his damaging hitbox and just ram into them with his own hitbox. So they'll be in front of him, he'll automatically attack the enemy, and instead of hitting the enemy, he'll miss and hurt himself. And that happens frequently. So make sure if you're approaching an enemy with Unguard that you're perfectly lined up, otherwise he's going to have a bad time. It's just one of those things that you have to figure out. Remember, I said I'm not very good at this game. I'm sorry. That is the benefit of having an animal companion, though, isn't it? You can just, if you get hurt with them, you can just pick them back up. Yeah, it's alright. Oh. I know where that O is, too. I just didn't care enough to pick it up. Oh. Well, that's disappointing. If you got completion for those letters, I would absolutely go and get it. But it's just, you don't. It's for lives. Kind of wish it did keep track of them, because that'd be kind of fun. The G's up here. Yeah. I suppose we can keep track on our own, right? There's a glitch that happens there sometimes. When he falls down off that ledge, he behaves as though he's still in the water. So he'll like glide down. And it's fun. Hey, Swanky. Yeah, he gives you trivia questions and gives you lives for them. But like I said, the first level he gives you as many lives as you want, so. Right. I mean, it's still fun. It's fun to do. Answer trivia about the game. Some of them are a little, I mean, not the game's fault, but some of them are like, which button does this? And if you're playing on an emulator, none of your buttons match up. So it's like the Y button, but I don't have a Y button. Ratley? So the thing about Ratley is that he's the worst and I hate him. God, I hate Ratley so much. If you played the original Donkey Kong Country, he's basically the frog, except much harder to maneuver. Because the frog ran around and could high jump. Ratley bounces. So it's very hard to control Ratley. If he's in the middle of the air, you're having a hard time. Because he kind of like he hops in place. It makes him so much harder to control. Okay. Well. Alright. Part of me wants to abandon him at this point, but you know what? So I will. Yep. Yeah, well. I don't really need him. It's just like, I mean, it's easier to get to that bonus area with him, but not terribly. I think you get like a coin here if you have him. Hi. Miles says hi. Yeah, nailed it. I'm not gonna lie and say that was intentional, but speedrunners actually complete levels with Dixie instead because her end of the level animation is much faster. I just think that's interesting. Speedrunners are crazy. Ah, crap. Jesus, Crafty, you have a. Hold on. This can wait. You've got a Diddy Kong emote. Oh, God, that's. Oh, it's my favorite now. Thank you. Crafty, how are you doing today? Just can't stop looking at it. 10 out of 10. Oh man, this is my favorite game, and actually the first game I streamed, so that's fun. Oh, you see his hat there. For the longest time as a child, I thought that was a sort of pompadoured wig. That just kind of like, you hit him and it comes off his head. It's like I couldn't see, like there is a kind of like a crossbones thing on the front, but it's hard to see. I just thought it was a really bad wig. Oop. Yep. Really? Oh man, it's just like your emote, Crafty. What a wild coincidence. What are we doing? Right. I believe it's this one. It should be this one. There's a Easter egg hidden thing for whatever reason. It's very strange. Oh god, I love this game. I really, yeah, I want to go back and do this Deathless again. We're doing fine now, but the final, well, not the final fight, but the first fight with K. Rool is just, I hate it so much. As I love this game, that fight really just, you know, I'm not a fan. Alright. Appreciate you, Amber. Hope your day's going well for you. Nope, not that one. Get up. Alright. If you need Dixie's ability for something, absolutely play as her, but otherwise, why would you ever be Dixie? Like, she's just worse in every way. I don't want to be rude about it, but it's a platforming game, and Diddy is faster and can jump higher. Like, yeah. Well, can he jump higher? I don't think he can jump higher, actually. He's much faster, but in a platforming game, it's kind of a big deal. That's probably not fair. Dixie is in a lot of... I mean, she could, like, glide, like hover, so that's really useful as well, ain't it? Yeah. I don't mean to be mean to Dixie. We did this game Pacifist, and a lot of it we were able to do just because of her, so yeah. I never choose to play as her though, so you know. Like, she's not Donkey Kong, right? Like, she's not that bad. If you're all familiar with the original Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong himself is just very hard to use. In that game, I know for a fact he goes slower. So it's a platforming game. His hitbox is bigger, he jumps slower, he is slower. Yeah, it's the wildest thing. this one though, Dixie's better than that. I mean, you could probably consider her more beginner friendly because yeah, you can glide over stuff you don't want to interact with. So if you jump off Squitter the spider here and leave him there, right before this sign, you hit the end of the level. His boombox turns gold. There's no hints that that happens. There's no indicator in any way. This is the only level that works in. Why? It's so random and weird. But if you complete the level as Dixie, her guitar turns has like a flamey pattern on it also. But that's the only level that it does that in. It's the weirdest thing. Well, speaking of things that only happen once in the entire game, hold on, I'll show you something. This bonus area here has a hero coin in it. Over here. That's the only one in the entire game that's in a bonus area. Makes it very hard to find if you don't know it's in there because you never search bonus areas for hero coins. That's the only one. I don't know, I guess they're all called DK coins, aren't they? Got used to calling them hero coins. I don't know what they're called. That was the fun of playing video games back in the day. You didn't have nearly as much text. You kind of just ended up calling stuff whatever. You and your friends named things, and that's what you called them. Yep. Why did I do that? Yeah, alright, well. There we go. God, there's one here I'm trying to remember. It's not over here, is it? No. There's one here that's a little... They sometimes have a hard time remembering where it is. Whoop. Nailed it. There's an intended way. There's one here. There's an intended way to get, and there's a cheese way to get. And the cheese way is just so much easier. Wow, I mean, I don't know. Whoop, nailed it. I say this every time, but I am playing this with a joystick. That makes it a little more difficult to manage, but with this emulator just sucks. I really need to switch to start playing this with RetroArch, but this is one of the two systems I still have my own separate emulator for, and I really need to knock it off because with this emulator you have the choice between playing with a joystick or not having diagonal. So if you play with the D-pad you don't have diagonal. So if you jump it always has to be straight up and down. It's very not helpful. This may be it. Hold on. Yes. Just, yeah, it's probably easier to get it that way. Assuming you have a second Kong, you can just throw them upward there, and there you are. But I'll see if I can show you the intended way. I never go that way, so it might take me a second. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It spawns you past it. Of course it does. So see that banana there? That's the game's way of letting you know that there's something over there. Well, that's the way you're meant to do it. So yeah, I forgot it was that far away, to be honest with you. I thought it wasn't, yeah. So it really is easier to get that way. Can I just... I mean, yeah, there's another cheese, isn't there? You can just, like, do that, yeah? Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's a few ways to get there, and the intended way is the hardest. It doesn't count as a death. We didn't lose a life. It's fine. I don't know about you, but you ever just get so amped up about something you materialize sunglasses in a boombox? Man. Every time you get 15 coins, you can pay for a Clubber's kiosk. And that gives you one of the secret, hardest levels. Think of them as like Star Road levels. Instead of taking you to the end of the game, they actually take you to the secret final boss of the game. You do need to collect every Krem coin to get there, to get all the levels. You beat all the secret levels, you get to the final boss. There's just enough Krem coins in this game to unlock all of the secret levels. And the King K. Rool, the final boss, gives you one of them, so you can't get to the final without beating him first, unfortunately. Especially because, like I said, once you beat him the first time, it wipes out all of your extra lives and you're back down to 5. So you're either going to need to regrind some lives, or you're going to have to beat one of the hard levels, which is 5 lives, but whichever you want to do. Kind of want to do these as we unlock them, because like I said, I'm very unlikely going to 102% this game, especially like just derping around like I am. So let's go to them as we unlock them, yeah? Or I guess unlock them as we're able to, right? What's this one? Jungle Jinx. This isn't the one with the tires, is it? Maybe. It is. Guys. Tires. Fun thing about these levels is each of them has a bonus level, and then these bonus levels, you don't get Krem coins, you get the reward for these is the DK coin. So remember when I said that one bonus area was the only one in the game with a DK coin in it? Kind of. These ones, the DK coin is the reward, so it's like, I still stand by what I said, but yeah, it's the reward versus it's hidden inside of it. I think that's different enough, right? We may actually die here. These levels are significantly more difficult, and I have not played this game in a long time. These tires can absolutely crush you if you're not careful. Yep. Right. Oh yeah, I screwed that up, but I mean we just barely got it. with the benefit of having Diddy back. We're in a much better situation. You're on your last hit, it's so much more stressful. I mean, I don't need to tell you that. That's how video games are. Oh. These bouncy boys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, that's disappointing. But no, I don't. I was hoping that was the end. I don't remember these levels well enough to have. Like, I don't. These levels I don't have memorized, I should say. Whereas the rest of the levels I do. So these are much more stressful for me. Kind of just have to take things as they show up. No, 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 no. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Some of those have stuff at the end. Alright. Cool. Yeah, those are good. If we're gonna die anywhere here, wow. There's a couple late game levels that are likely to kill us, if I'm being honest, but we haven't died yet, and we did one of the 5 secret level. Makes the game a little more exciting for me. Play it, you don't die. Because yeah, as much as I love this game, it's just, you play it enough, it's, I don't know. Not every game needs to be like gut-wrenchingly difficult, but there's something that can be said about games that are just barely beatable. Like you have to try really hard. It's just more exciting, you know. You beat a really difficult boss fight, that kind of thing. And games don't need to be like that to be fun, but every once in a while, you know, you like to have to try. We actually went back, we did this pacifist. Oh, and then OBS disconnected, great.